Resultant of distributed loads. So using formula, no? Kung meron tayong rectangular load, no? So that is W sub O times L. So that is area of the rectangle. So that is equal to the resultant force. Then triangular load, no? So yan, formula natin. Then kung meron tayong trapezoidal load, no? So ginagawa natin siyang into two shapes. So isang rectangular, isang triangular load, no? Then i-add lang natin 'yon. So meron na tayong resultant ng trapezoidal load. No? So yung position ng resultant force, no? So magmo-moment lang tayo. Barignon's theorem. No? So that is Fr times T is equal to summation of moment. No? So pwedeng sa tip, no? Or doon ka sa height mag-moment. No? So ganun po. So trapezoidal load. Ayan. So example tayo. No? So sample problem number 1. So a distributed loading of 1,440 Newton per meter acts over the top surface of the beam shown. Determine the magnitude and location of the equivalent resultant force. So na resultant force, no? So triangular loading. So ang formula natin, so F sub R or resultant force, so that is equal to 1/2 times load, no? So that is W sub O times the length of the load. No? So ganun pa rin. So upward positive, downward negative. So nakita natin, no? So itong loading diagram natin, or itong load, so that is downward. So our resultant force niyan is negative 10. So Fr is equal to negative times 1/2 times W sub O. So that is 1,440 Newton per meter times the length of the load. So that is 9 meter. So resultant force is equal to negative 6,480 newtons. No? So that is the resultant force. So next, so ano daw yung X, no? Distance X, position X. No? So dito sa figure natin, no? So i-measure natin yung distance X from the left end, no? Of the beam. Ayun. So tawagin natin siyang point A, no? So measured from point A. So that is at the tip of the triangle, no? So yun po. Paano natin isa-solve? So X bar is equal to ano po? Paano isa-solve? Anong formula? Para makuha yung X. So, from the tip, so that is equal to 2/3 of the length. No? Ayun. So, 2/3 times length, so 9 meters. So, that is equal to 6 meters. So, nandito yung resultant force. So, that is 2/3 length of the bar. No? So, ganun. So, pag galing ka dito sa height, so that is 1/3 length. No? So, that is 3 meters. No? So, 3 meters. So, ganun lang. No? Another example. Ito. So distributed loading acts over the top surface of the beam shown. Determine the magnitude and location of the equivalent resultant force. Anong loading to? Anong loading? Anong types of load? Ano po? Anong types of loading to?
Trapezoid, sir.
So, trapezoidal loading, no? Pag meron tayong trapezoidal loading, so i-divide natin, no, yung trapezoid into two shapes, isang rectangular, isang triangular, no? So, ano ba ito? Ayan, no? So, we have shape 1, so triangular, shape 2, so we have rectangular loading. No? So, ayun po. So, una natin i-solve. Triangular loading. So, shape 1. So, to solve for the resultant of triangular load, so that is, tawagin natin siyang F1. So, F1 is equal to 1 half times W sub O times the length. No? Ayan. So, 1 half times, what is W sub O? What is W sub O? Ano po? What is W sub O? For triangular load. Ito, ano yung height na yan?
50, sir.
So, that is 50. No? 50 pound per foot. No? So, ganun po. No? So, that is 50 pound per foot times ano length ng triangular load?
9 feet, sir.
So, that is 9 feet. So, times 9 feet. No? So, F1 is equal to
225.
225. So, that is downward. So, negative 225 pounds. No? So, that is F1. The next, rectangular load. No? So, una muna pala. So, position ng ano? Position of resultant force of triangular load. No? So, measure natin from point A. What is X? So, tawagin natin X bar. What is X? Measure tayo from point A. 1/3 L. So, 1/3 times 9 feet. So, that is equal to 3 feet. Next, shape 2. Rectangular load. Formula natin, W sub O times L. So, equal to load niya. So, 50 pounds per foot times length. So, that is 9 feet. So, F2 is equal to 4 pounds. Now, what is position? O, tawagin natin X2. Position from point A. So, L over 2. So, that is 9 feet divided by 2. So, that is equal to 4.5 feet. Ayun. Ayan. So, this is your F1, no? And this is your F2. Ayan. So, resultant force. So, nasa na, ano ang resultant force? So, resultant force, so add lang natin F1 plus F2. So, that is negative 225 pounds minus 450 pounds. O, ano sagot? That is negative
Negative.
670.
175 pounds. No? So, ayan. So, nasaan? No? Nasaan yung resultant force sa beam? So, ayan po. So, measured from point A. O, solve natin. No? So, ayan. So, to solve for the position of the resultant force, so we will use Barignon's theorem. So, Fr times D is equal to summation of moments, no? So, measured from point A, so moment center natin is from point A. So, clockwise, positive. So, yun. So, meron na tayong resultant force. No? So, measured from point A, so, ibig sabihin nun, no? Nasa kanan ng point A. So, this is your FR. No? So, ano yung position niya? From point A. So, yan. So, nasa kanan, so it will produce a clockwise moment. No? So, positive. So, that is 675 pounds times D. So, equal to summation of moments. No? So, F1, clockwise, counterclockwise. F1,
Clockwise.
clockwise. No? So, that is positive 225 pounds times ano perpendicular distance? 3 feet. The next, F2, clockwise, counterclockwise.
Clockwise.
Clockwise.
No? So, plus 450 pounds. Ano perpendicular distance?
4.5 feet.
4.5.
4.5 feet. No? Solving for D, so that is equal to ano? I solve.
4.
So that is equal to 4
4.
feet. No? So, ayun yung distance ng resultant force from point A. So, ganun lang. Another example. The last. So, replace the distributed loading by an equivalent resultant force and specify its location measured from point A. No? Ayan. So, yung isang height, no? So, yung sa point A, so that is 800 Newton per meter. Then at point B, yung isang side, so that is 200 Newton per meter. So, gagawin natin. So, katulad din sa trapezoidal loading. Di ba? So, di ba sa trapezoidal, ginagawa natin rectangular saka trapezoidal. No? So, two shapes. So, pwede natin siyang gawing three shapes. No? Dalawang rectangular, isang triangular. No? So, una, ito. No? So, sa length na 2 meters, ayan. So, meron kang rectangular load. So, tawagin natin siyang shape 1. Then, yung 3 meters na length, so that is a trapezoidal. So, gagawin natin triangular and rectangular. No? Shape 2, yung triangular. Shape 3, yung rectangular. No? So, meron tayong 3 shapes. No? So, kunin lang natin yung resultant ng bawat isa. So, nandun tayo sa shape 1. No? So, rectangular load yan. So, that is, tawagin natin F1. So, that is W sub O times L. So, ano ang height ng rectangle? Which is our W sub O. So, that is 800 Newton per meter. Times length ng load?
2.
2 meters. No? So, F1, so that is downward. So, negative. Negative 1,600. Ano yung unit?
Newton.
So, newtons. No? So, ano yung position niya? From point A ng rectangular load. Ay, ng rectangular load. 2 meters. So, that is 2 meters over 1. 2 meters over 2. So, that is equal to 1 meter. No? Next, F2, no? Yung triangular load. F2. That is 1/2 times W sub O times L. So, 1/2 times, ano W sub O? Ano yung height na to? Ano yung height ng triangle?
600, sir.
So, 600 na lang, no? So, 800 minus 200. So, that is 600 Newton per meter. Times the length of triangular load.
3.
3 meter.
3 meters, no? So, F2 is equal to
Negative 900.
ilan? Negative
900.
900. No? Then, position, no? So, ito, position muna from the height. No? From the height muna. Ano ang X2? So, that is 1/3 L. No? So, 1/3 times 3 meters. So, that is equal to 1 meter. No? So, galing height lang yun. Then, last 3. F3. So, W sub O times L. Ano yan? Rectangular load. No? So, that is 200 Newton per meter times length 3 meters. Ano F3? Negative
600 meter.
100. Then, position. So, galing lang din doon sa height. So, that is 1.5 meters. Gumawa yan, no? So, this is your F1, F2, and F3. So, lahat downward forces. So, kunin natin yung result. So, galing yan dito. So, resultant force, so that is equal to F1 plus F2 plus F3. So, F1 natin, so that is negative 1,600 newtons plus F2 negative 900 newtons and F3, so that is negative 600 newtons. So, resultant force is equal to, what is resultant force? Ano po? Resultant force is negative 3,100
100.
newtons. So, next, position. No? Okay. So, F1 natin is 1 meters from point A. F2, so that is 2 meters plus 1. So, that is 3 meters from point A. And F3, so that is 2 plus 1.5. So, that is 3.5 meters from point A. No? So, sabi, measured from point A daw yung resultant. So, ano yung position? Measured from point A. So, gamit ulit tayo Barignon's theorem. So, FR times E is equal to, so So, summation of moment at point A. So, clockwise, positive. Measured from point A. No? So, yun. So, kung measured from point A, so, yung resultant mo nasa kanan ng point A. Let's say, ito yun. Resultant force mo. So, it will produce a clockwise moment. So, that is 3,100 newtons times D. So, equal to summation of moments. No? Moment of F1, F2, and F3. So, una, F1. So, ano ang moment ng F1 at point A? Clockwise, counterclockwise. So, clockwise.
Clockwise.
No? So, that is 1,600 newtons times perpendicular distance 1 meter. No? Then F2, so clockwise then. So plus 900 newtons times anong perpendicular distance ng F2?
2 meters.
1.5 po.
F2 from point A.
3.5.
So that is 3 meters. No? Then next, F3, 600 newtons. So clockwise then. So plus 600 newtons times anong perpendicular distance? 3.5 meters. What is the position B? So that is 2.064 meters. No? So, yun. So that is from point A. No? So, yun. So, ganun lang, yung pagkuha.